Warning: the podcast you are about to listen to will contain spoilers, misinformation, bad ideas, useless topics, and a lot of laughing. Listener discretion is advised. This podcast was performed by professional idiots that most of the time don't know what they're talking about. Please take everything they say with a grain of salt. Now sit back, relax, try not to cringe, and enjoy.
What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in to another episode, and hopefully, again, you get some mild enjoyment. So this week, we're going to do something, I think, a lot different than what you've seen so far. We're going to be doing a Pokemon battle. Now, I'm going to explain the rules in a minute. Before we get into that, my name is Josh. I'm your host.
And I'm Jared.
Hang on a second. Are you going to start singing this now?
That is a character.
Oh, it's a character.
It's a character.
Got it. Okay.
He doesn't have a name.
Doesn't have a name yet, but we're going to...
There's a character.
So we're going to add a name to him,
He's
for next
an
time.
operatic singer.
An operatic... Okay.
Not a good one. Not a professional.
I can see that.
But he is an operatic singer.
Got it. Anyway, this is Hazard Animations. Okay, welcome back. We're still laughing. Okay, anyway, so like I said, we're doing something a little bit different today. We're doing a Pokemon battle. So kind of explain the rules about it, and Jared can correct me if I'm wrong, which he probably will. So it's going to be a 3v3. The only rules was we couldn't pick mythical or legendary. So those were the two major. And each Pokemon gets 4 moves. Now, so it's basically just like we're just going to discuss it. It's not going to be like we have all these cards or games out. It's just we're going to talk about it to see.
We're not talking stats, not move
just
power, not like...
We're just the reason I added moves into it because it kind of gives you like it gives us more of a leverage of why we think. I think that's pretty.
And it's fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Without being overly technical.
Try to be, yeah. Think that's a pretty good explanation.
Yeah, that's fair.
Any questions for me?
Well, I have no questions. I'm ready to fight.
Oh, we're ready to fight?
Battle.
Okay. So are we gonna do like just? I guess we're just gonna do it in order, like I said, huh? In the order we wrote it.
So I wrote mine out of order. I wrote them down as my favorite first, but I have an order that I set. So I have a number 1, number 2, and number 3.
Okay, because see, I did. I just have them top to bottom. Okay, so why don't you say yours first? Just say the Pokemon, and then I'll say mine.
All right, my first Pokemon is Aegislash.
What?
Yes.
I have no idea what that is.
That's the little sword and shield guy.
What? Hang on a second.
I felt like it's super
What is this called?
Aegislash. Aegisla.
A-G-G.
A-E-G.
A-E-G?
I-S.
Okay, hang on a second.
Aegislash.
What on earth are you looking at?
It's a real Pokemon. It has a sword form and a shield form.
Oh.
That dude.
Why?
Because he's cool.
No, he's not.
What do you mean?
Okay, this is going to be a very easy first battle.
Yeah, right.
Mine is Tyranitar.
No. I disagree.
How do you... We're already... You pick a stupid Pokemon, and you're already saying you win.
I think he's cool.
That's why I do not like any of the new generations. Minus...
Because they're cool?
No, because they're ran out of ideas.
You know what? I agree with you to some sense. Like there is some running out of ideas. Vanillite is a real Pokemon.
Yes.
And it's an ice cream cone. And it evolves into a 3 ice cream cone. Very Diglett, Dugtrio-esque.
Yeah.
So like the creativity, there's a lot of Pokemon. It's hard to be fully creative with everyone. But I thought Aegislash was cool. Like I had them in a couple of versions of the game that I played that I actually thought it worked really well and was strong. And I just thought it was cool.
Yeah.
Like it's a sword and a shield little thing there. So it was fun. So that was one of the ones that I was like, this was the third one that I picked, and I was kind of trying to rack my brain because the first 2 that I picked are some old favorites of mine.
Oh yeah.
And this one I wanted to be like, I got to pick something a little bit more current that I like.
Right.
And it was between Aegislash and Golurk. Golurk is another one that I really, really like.
Right.
But because of one of the other 2 Pokemon that I picked, I was like, I'm going to go with Aegislash.
See, I cheated in a way. I didn't pick my favorite. I picked Pokemon that I could nerf your team with, knowing you.
You were just straight like, I'm picking the best fighting Pokemon that aren't mythic or legendaries. Like,
Just to neutralize your team.
we'll see. I don't know.
Okay, so what moves did you give it?
So I will admit that Aegislash is definitely just I liked him and I wanted to pick him. I'm not a pro competitive fighting, like Pokemon competitor or whatever.
None of us are.
So I just kind of picked 4 moves off the list of
Off the
Pokemon
list.
moves. I was like, oh, these are cool.
Look at Pokemon database.
Yeah. So I picked Sacred Sword, King Shield, Iron Head, and Swords Dance. And Swords Dance I 100% picked because it's a sword and shield. So I was like, I've got to have these sword moves in here. So Sword Dance. The Sword Dance is a decent move. It can set up some good stuff, but it's mostly like, oh, I liked this one.
What type is it?
It's a ghost.
I guess I should have specified that, like what type.
I should have wrote it down. It's a ghost.
I think it's a ghost something. Ghost fighting?
It might be ghost fighting.
Maybe.
There's so many. It's Ghost Steel. Ghost Steel.
Ooh, that might.
Interesting. It is the Royal Sword Pokemon.
Got it. There might be one issue with one moves. Okay, so Tyranitar, right? My 4 moves is Ice Beam, Earthquake, Dragon Claw, and Thunderfang.
Okay.
Now, first thing, if you guys remember my first Pokemon episode of podcast, Tyranitar is my favorite Pokemon. One of my favorites of all time. Again,
That one and Noctowl.
Oh, are we pulling that card? Are we really pulling that card? Wow.
I'm just saying.
Noctowl is not on my team, like I said. I
Noctowl
did this
sucks.
just to know. Oh, you're dead. I wish I had a game right now. I wish this was gamed. So, Tyranitar is like one of the best Pokemon, I think. And now, one thing, again, I know a little bit more of the technical, even though I didn't do a lot of research. So, because yours is technically Ghost, I don't know if ground types work. Like a ground move like Earthquake works on yours because it's technically levitating.
I don't know. I don't think so, but I'm not sure.
Sword and Shield are weird. I know the original ones it might not say, but just between that, Ice Beam is effective against pretty much everything. Ice type is like it nerfs every single type.
Maybe.
It does. I've
Well, I
tried
don't
Ice
know.
type against every other Pokemon.
Let's see. Are ice type moves effective against
Everything.
ghost steel types?
Let's see here.
It's a lot to type in.
Yeah, so you just take my word for it.
I'd rather not. 'Cause-
Because you know you're going to
gonna win.
lose.
Ooh, it's interesting. From PokemonFanClub.net. No types or abilities grant immunity to ice type moves.
Yeah, see?
On the defensive side, the ice type struggles a lot more. It takes
That's why-
super effective damage from fire, fighting, rock, and steel.
But that's if you have an ice type Pokemon. Mm-hmm. But see, Tyranitar is not an ice type. It's a dark type.
You're right.
So see, yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. But King Shield, raises my defense, and so I think I could hold up against one of those
Right.
and drop some
But then-
attacks. But I also have Iron Head, which I would guess that Aegislash is probably going to go first because Tyranitar is a big, strong Pokemon.
Yeah.
But he's not known for his speed.
No.
And so I think if I
But
can get
tanky.
a couple hits in, that Iron Head gets some flinches. I think we
But
could do some
Thunderfang
stuff.
could paralyze you.
But not if I go first and keep flinching Tyranitar.
Yeah, I guess.
Although flinching isn't 100% effective.
No, it really is not. No, I say just because Ice Beam can pretty much take you on.
I think maybe you might have something with Ice Beam. I don't know.
But between Ice Beam and Dragon Claw, I think those would be the two.
What is Dragon Claw? That's just a physical Dragon Claw attack.
Claw.
Yeah.
It's kinda
no,
like,
no special effects or anything.
Iron Tail kind of.
Yeah.
Just Dragon type.
With a Dragon Claw.
If I don't remember, Dragon type is actually pretty effective against Ghost.
Is it?
I think so.
See, there's so many types now. I used to know like what all of the,
And the original-
weaknesses and the strengths were. There's so many different things now that I'm like, and I feel like some of it's changed.
Yo.
Where like some things used to be more effective, they're less effective now. So I need to like just play more and get back into like the mindset of it, because I mean, maybe dragon type is strong against ghost type. I really have no idea, because it used to be really easy. Like
Right.
fire types are strong against grass types because fire can burn grass. Like
Water's good
there's
against fire.
there's a logic there that
Right.
makes sense.
No,
Like,
there's not.
Electric type moves don't work on rock Pokemon because
It's ground.
it's ground. Like there's a logic, and like I get that.
Right.
But for you to say dragons are strong against ghosts, like
I don't know.
maybe.
Yeah, I don't know all.
I could also make an argument for ghosts are stronger than dragons, because ghosts are ghosts. And like I remember in the first generation, like ghosts were almost like super overpowered, because it was like most things couldn't, like physical attacks couldn't really hit them.
Right.
And they had really great typings against. They had a lot of strengths against a bunch of other
Yeah.
stuff. And so I know that some of that's been kind of balanced out.
But the other thing too, the reason because what were your moves again?
Sacred Sword, King's Shield, Iron Head, and Sword Dance.
Right. So see, the thing that I would say I would win is because not only is my Pokemon a tanky dark type, because Tyranitar's dark.
Which is a weird typing, I think, in my opinion.
It is. But also, I did a different variety of moves all the way around, and your moves are pretty much still the
They're all the ghost type.
yeah.
And
And-
very Aegis/slash specific moves.
but that's why like I said, I used the Pokemon I chose to neutralize whatever you threw at me.
Maybe. I don't know.
Wait till my next team.
Your next team, you have a whole other team?
Well, my next one after
Next
this.
Pokemon.
Okay,
I
so-
think Aegis/slash would put up a good fight.
But it would still lose.
Probably.
Okay, there we go. I win.
I will
First
say,
Pokemon.
Aegis/slash is super cool.
It's a cool looking Pokemon. I just know when
I'm
I
not going to
play-
argue that Tyranitar is not a cool Pokemon, because I won't do that, because Tyranitar is cool. He was one when I remember him and Aggron were two that I thought were two really great Pokemon. It's like a Tyranitar, but like the
Yeah.
steel one.
Right.
So like the Rhydon and then Tyranitar and Aggron or whatever. Like I thought those were really good adaptations of that type of a Pokemon.
Yeah, Aggron was good.
And the evolution sequence was cool, because it used to be like you couldn't go online and be like, oh,
Yeah.
this is the one that I have. What's it going to eventually like evolve
Right.
into? You had to just keep training it, fighting it, leveling up, and hoping like it either evolved or it wouldn't. You know,
Right. Yeah, and I was actually I wrote down a list of because we only have 3. Mm-hmm. Aggron was on that list,
Yeah.
the original of what I wanted.
Yeah.
and I had to narrow it down to 3.
Aggron's cool. I like Aggron.
Yeah, Aggron's
I like Aggron and Tyranitar a lot.
Yeah, Tyranitar, like I said, is probably one of my favorites, and I like it from the movie too. So I think this
Which
one
movie?
is Pokemon Forever.
Ooh, I don't know if I've seen that one.
You haven't seen that?
There's a lot of Pokemon movies now, and there were.
that is correct.
I stopped watching them.
Yeah.
Because Pokemon, like the first movie, or I forget what they call it, like the one with Mew versus
The first
Mewtwo,
movie.
that whole thing.
Yeah.
That was such a good movie.
Yes.
And then I think the next one had like Entei in it or something. Like
No, that was so. The next one after that was Pokemon 2000.
What was in 2000?
Lugia.
Oh,
that was.
That was a good one. That was a really good movie. Was the Entei movie
And
next?
there was a third.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what came.
So
after
those 3 were really good.
Yeah.
And I liked those a lot.
that. Oh, and then you had the Hoenn and Johto after those. So then you had like Pokemon Heroes with Latios, Pokemon Forever with Celebi,
Yeah. Nope.
Jirachi,
Not interested.
Deoxys.
No thanks.
Okay. Wow.
Deoxys is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But so those other movies like Latios, I was like, these are super lame.
You don't like the lot?
No, I don't like them at all.
Wow.
Celebi, I think, is lame. As far as like legendaries go, like these are just not.
See, I like this Pokemon Forever Celebi movie was because Professor Oak got transferred back in time. So Ash met the younger one.
Oh, really?
But didn't realize that it was Professor Oak.
Oh.
And then because Celebi brought him over to the future with Ash. Ash met him. And the funny thing is, in the beginning of the movie, because you're probably not going to watch, so I'll spoil it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Spoilers. So as they do like the phone call, Professor Oak and Ash, Professor Oak says, "I wonder if I should have told him." It'll be all right, kind of thing. And then he, at the end, he's like, "So, did you like your new friend?" And Ash is like, "Yeah, he was really cool." Yeah. And then like Missy's like, "How did he know?" It's like Ash is like, "Well, he is a professor." And then all you see is the book that he drew with Ash in it in that time frame when he was a kid.
Well, he is a professor.
It's not,
Why
he's
wouldn't
not
he know?
wrong.
Oh my gosh.
It's actually a pretty
That's
good movie.
such good logic.
It really is. Okay, so we're going off tangent again. Second Pokemon.
Be a good episode.
We got a couple movies we're going to start.
Yeah.
But I'll talk about it at the end.
All right, so I'll give the first one to Tyranitar. That's fine.
Point, yay.
I don't feel super bad about losing to him.
This one I added because it looked cool.
Okay.
This is the only one I added because it looked cool.
Yeah.
Greninja.
Greninja, okay.
What's your
Greninja's cool.
second?
My second one was Gengar.
Dang it.
And this is the only
I know what
one,
your third one is then.
This is the only one that I like had some kind of a strategy to, because most times when I play Pokemon, like I just pick whichever 4 moves that I'm like, oh, these are kind of cool. I don't worry a whole lot about like type matchups or like setting up combos or anything like that. Gengar is the one that like has a super easy combo that I remember using very early on that I liked a lot. I actually used it as Haunter because in the early days I only had the one Game Boy and I couldn't get Gengar, so it's forever Haunter. I almost picked Haunter just because of that, but I went with Gengar.
Yeah.
So Gengar versus Greninja. Another good one. Greninja is a great Pokemon. I love playing him in Super Smash Brothers. Such a good character. Oh, really?
I know. I bought Smash Bros. I played it for like only a little bit.
Yeah. He's super fun. Yeah. Super fun. A really cool Pokemon. I was watching something. I was watching some videos about like strong Pokemon or whatever. And Greninja came up as like one of the evolutions you can get is like Ash's Greninja or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, what? Like, this is weird.
Yeah. There's actually a whole thing I'll do another time is, you know how like Ash finally won the tournament?
Yeah.
They give him a stacked team. Of course he's going to win.
Yeah.
Dragonite, Greninja, Gengar, Pikachu, of course. You give him a stacked team, he's bound to win something.
Well, I mean, the guy's like 40 or so. I don't know how old Ash like really is. He's been fighting
really
Pokemon
knows.
for a long time.
He's been 10 years old for
I watched
years.
a video about that at one point. Like, I watched a video about the level scaling for Pikachu because I remember being super frustrated. I saw one episode of Pokemon. Like, I picked it back up.
Right.
Because I was like, well, I used to love this show. Like, I'll try it again. And maybe it's gotten better or I'm can be more into it now. I don't know. But the episode I picked up was Ash just got to some different region. I can't remember which one it was. But he ran into some like low-level trainer character who was going to be like a new character in the show. And I can't remember. I don't know. I watched like the one episode for like 10 minutes and then I was over it because Pikachu goes up against like a brand new starter Pokemon and gets worked over. And this is after Pikachu has like gone through several regions, fought some legendary Pokemon, gone toe to toe, like been there with Mewtwo and like all these different Zapdos. Like Pikachu has an incredible like resume, certainly strong enough to beat some brand new starter Pokemon. And he got worked over, and I was like, I'm so mad about this. And I ended up watching a video about how the like Pikachu's level scaling or whatever, and how it's not really that strong, but some people think he is that strong. And because I remember in one of the early Pokemon games, like after you beat the Elite Four, you could beat like the new champion or whatever, but then you could eventually go through a cave and find like Red and fight him. And Pikachu's in there and he's like level 85 or something ridiculous, like crazy strong. I just remember being super frustrated about how Pikachu got done in a lot of different situations. But yeah, Ash finally winning was...
Internet blew up over it. Yeah. Okay, we need to get back to it, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so my Gengar, 4 moves are Hydro Pump.
Okay.
One of my favorite moves is Water Shuriken.
Okay.
Ice Beam, again.
Okay.
And Brutal Swing.
Okay.
What are yours?
I picked Hypnosis, Curse, Dream Eater, and Drain Punch. I think that Gengar's got a really strong argument for beating a Greninja on this one. Because I think that your best move is going to be that Ice Beam, but I don't think you can one-hit a Gengar with one. And if I can get just one Hypnosis off...
And do a Dream Eater.
I think it's kind of over. It's tough to come back from that.
One of my favorite Pokemon also is Gardevoir.
Gardevoir.
Gardevoir is one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And one move I do on it always is Hypnosis and Dream Eater. Mm-hmm. And because it's just such a...
It's a great combo.
Yeah. And then after that, if you use it Dream Eater once, then you use on my Brilliant Diamond, it's the Metro Meter or whatever. Take down pretty much anything within 3 moves.
Yep.
Once the Hypnosis sinks in, of course.
Yeah.
But...
Which that's always the catch, is like, does the Hypnosis work?
Literally, there's a reason I did Greninja, but I guess it backfired on me.
Because you thought I was going to pick something else for number 2.
I was trying to figure out what order to put Greninja in.
You got
first or third. I put him in second because I wanted to.
That it almost worked out for you anyways, because I was really close to picking like 3 different Pokemon of the same typing, because there's a particular type that I prefer over pretty much every other.
That's fire.
I'm a big fire guy.
That's exactly why I put Greninja in.
I love so many of the different fire type Pokemon. It was easy for me to think of 3. What?
Fruity Cocoa.
Fruity Cocoa.
Just saying.
Yeah. But I almost, like, it's easy for me to think of 3 fire type Pokemon. So, like, 2 of the other fire types that I really like and I think are super strong are Arcanine. There's Blaziken.
Oh, yeah. That was another one I was considering putting online.
Yeah. And that, like, Fire Fox, the Fennec, the final. Whatever the final was. That's a super good one that I really like. So, like, Greninja could have worked out really well, but I was a little worried about that because I was like, man, I can't pick like 3 fire types.
That's what I was hoping you would do. That's why I put a Greninja in there. I'm thinking like he's gonna pick a fire type in there somewhere.
That's the easy one. I think Gengar. It's a good fight between Gengar and Greninja, but the combo is hard to beat.
Again, I'm gonna say this. It's not just because I want to make it even and bring it down to the line. I honestly don't think Greninja has a chance against a Gengar because I know I like a Gengar and I've used it a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think Greninja can beat a Gengar.
Gengar's a great Pokemon.
And especially Brutal Swing is fighting. It doesn't affect a Gengar.
Yeah.
Which...
You're pretty limited to what you can use.
Yeah,
it would all come down to kind of how effective that Ice Beam is and if the Hypnosis like sets in the first turn or 2.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if the whole strategy of Gengar is like, I've got to get you hypnotized, and this can happen, like you can go 3 or 4 turns of trying to hypnotize.
It won't work.
And it doesn't work, and that's just the luck. So there is some of that there, but I think if in the first move or 2 or 3, like Gengar
really
gets that
depends,
combo going.
In general, I think you would.
It's definitely a very uphill battle for Greninja. Against a lot of Pokemon would struggle, I think, against that combo.
Yeah.
And it's part of why it's a good combo.
I was thinking of doing like instead of Greninja, I was gonna do like a Glade, which is the same thing as a Gardevoir. It's a psychic fighting. So I was gonna do the combo, but then do something on top of it because. Yeah. And then also you put Dream Eater, right?
Yeah.
And that heals you too.
Yeah, and I also put Drain Punch because I was like, well, if the Hypnosis doesn't hit right away, maybe I'll drop in a couple Drain Punches and then try Hypnosis later.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd use a fire type somewhere in there.
And I put Curse because I think that's just such a fun move, like for the Ghost types. It's cool that it has a different effect for Ghost types versus other Pokemon. Right. But if you got a Ghost type using Curse, like it's just super cool.
Yeah.
It's a risky move, but it's fun.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So Gengar won. So it's 1-1.
1-1.
Uh-oh.
You know what's coming next.
You need to know what's coming next.
You know what's coming next.
This is my ace.
All right.
Go ahead, you first.
It's Charizard.
I knew it! That's why I should have picked Greninja last.
It's always Charizard.
I was trying to make what order.
Always. Charizard's my dude.
Question.
Yeah.
Is this a basic Charizard or is this Ass's Charizard?
I didn't go with like Mega Evolutions.
No, just like, is it the one that Ash has, or is it just a regular Charizard?
Like a regular Charizard.
Okay, good.
Is Ash's Charizard different?
Yeah.
How so?
The power level is very different.
How do you get Ash's Charizard?
You don't.
So how would I get it? Is it? Did you have Ash's Greninja? Like,
do you want me to?
no, you had a regular Greninja.
Content. Okay. Content. Okay.
All right, what you got?
Salamence.
Salamence.
Let's see if I can pull my.
That's that odd-looking dragon type dude, right? Okay.
Yeah. Dragon flying.
Dragon flying.
Is technically its type.
You're done.
No,
It's over.
it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Let's see what. Oh, I forgot to turn into Mega.
We're not doing Mega.
I know we're not, but I just saw
Another
that.
episode.
Another episode. Okay, so my moves. There's only going to be really 3 of them that work really well. Draco Meteor, Shadow Claw, Fire Blast, and Steel Wing.
Okay.
Yours.
Thunder Punch,
Oh, you sorry sucker.
Inferno, Earthquake, and Dragon Claw. I had to put an Earthquake because Earthquake is one of my favorite moves.
Right.
And that was when I first got Charizard. Like, I remember getting that, and it would counter a lot of stuff that was strong against
So
it.
would we
But
say
Thunder
that
Punch.
Earthquake would affect Salamence?
No, because it's flying.
It's a flying type.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So that's a no-go.
Okay. So I just want to, because sometimes it's when you're in the game, it kind of just it doesn't fly like the, but it's technically flying. So usually,
I mean, I would say Earthquake is not effective against a flying type. If it hits, it's not effective.
right.
So, but you are a flying type, and that Thunder Punch is going to suck.
Yeah.
And I would bet that Charizard is probably faster than Salamence.
You know what? Fine. Let's look at speed. Let's see.
You're going to bring stats into this.
I'm going to
You're
because
going to bring stats into this. Now you
yes.
are.
Yes, I will. Okay. Speed level. The base is 100.
For Salamence.
Yes.
Okay,
The max 328.
that's pretty high.
What's Charizard's?
Well, I don't know.
Hey, guys. Slacker. We will settle this.
I also wanted to look on the same website that you use so that there wasn't any disparity.
Oh, okay, got it. Let me see. Hang on a second. We're trying to. I know you guys can't. Why can't it be reached? It's the same thing.
What do you mean? Did you look on PokemonDB.net?
Yeah. It's literally the exact same.
All right, let's see. What'd you say yours were?
For, the stat?
Yeah, for speed.
Like 3 something. Oh, hang on a second. Yeah, 328. Max.
No, it's not.
Max.
328.
No.
328.
Oh.
Oh, that's so funny.
Okay. Here, you look at. Okay. Hang on a second. We're going to pull stats because this is our final. This has to be your attack. Okay, what's your HP?
Like the max is 360.
394.
Okay.
Okay. Attack.
293.
We're doing max, right?
Nah, that's what I'm looking
Okay.
at.
405.
405. Dang.
Defense.
280.
284.
Okay. Special attack 348.
350.
Special defense 295.
284.
All right. So because
So
of
now
it-
we pulled stats into it.
so I would still say Charizard's going to win with this moveset because even though they're close, like Salamence has got the edge on a bunch of those stats, especially the attack being so high. But with like a Thunder Punch in there, having that super effective, like I don't think there's any moves that you're going to have that are going to be as effective
Yeah.
against a Charizard, even if Salamence has got the better stats in several of the categories. The speed's close enough
Right.
that it's going to go to, I forget how they flip a coin, whatever, in game. Like it's one Pokemon's got to go first if they have the
Yeah,
same
something
speed.
like that.
So they figure that out. So I think if it's a 3-turn battle, I think Thunder Punch is going to get the better of you. And if one of those Thunder Punches drops paralysis,
Yeah.
makes it that much harder. I will give it to Salamence, though. Those stats are way better than I thought. Holy cow.
That was my ace.
Dang. I'm gonna have to get one of those. I always thought like, man, this just looks really goofy. I'm not into it, but dang.
I'm really thinking I should have put my Greninja at the back.
You should have. I mean, it would have been a dead like. Greninja's gonna beat Charizard. Like, kind of hit like Thunder. I got a Thunder Punch. So if I get a turn, like
Greninja's speed is a lot faster than.
Oh yeah, for sure. So that's what I'm saying. So if Greninja's gonna go first, and if he doesn't like knock out Charizard right, and he got one shot, like there's a chance that a Thunder Punch could max out and drop him. It like a Charizard versus a Greninja.
Right.
It's probably gonna be like a one hit finish. You know what I mean? But Greninja's definitely going first.
Right.
And Greninja has just as much chance to knock out a Charizard in one hit as a Charizard with Thunder Punch would.
Right.
So, like, in my mind, like, the Greninja's going to win.
Yeah.
The same thing with, like maybe Charizard gets a shot and his one shot's good enough. Probably not.
Yeah.
Between the Salamence and Charizard, I think the Thunder Punch definitely gives him an edge.
Yeah.
Because of the advantage. It'd be close, though. With those stats are insane. So if you've got...
Well, then you got Steel Wing, too.
Steel Wing could be good. Is Steel strong against flying? Or fire?
Charizard's just fire. It's not a flying.
Yeah, he is. Fire flying.
No, he's just a fire.
He's fire flying now.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they changed it.
Yeah, they did.
Huh. Because the original, I go off the...
was fire.
It was just, there was no...
Well, I mean, so some of these moves are from Gen 8.
Yeah.
So, like, if we're going off of original moveset, like, I've got to change my moves.
So do I.
Because Inferno was not an option when Charizard first came on the scene. Inferno was a really cool move, too. I don't think I've ever had that. That's like a guaranteed burn on the target, which that's super cool.
Yeah. One Pokemon I was going to add, if I took Greninja and put it at the bottom, I was going to put a Marshtomp. That was going to be my other...
Marshtomp's good.
I was like, I don't know. And I did Greninja just because it's a freaking ninja.
Greninja's super cool.
It's really the only... Man, I thought I was going to win this.
I would definitely not say it's a definitive, like, Charizard over Salamence. That's a fight.
Yeah, that's going to be a...
I don't know, to come down to it for sure. I think it's probably still only 2 or 3 turns, but
okay,
Salamence has got...
Let's do some imagination for fun. You want to do some imagination?
Always.
Okay. Say we're in a region in the Pokemon world, right? Say Hoenn, for whatever reason. Okay? Because Honen's my favorite.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we going to be the ones, say we're 2D, we're full-on Pokemon trainers, right? Okay. Are we going to be the kind of guy who stands to the side, or are we going to ride them and attack with them?
Oh, I'd be on. If I had a chance to ride a Charizard?
That's what I'm saying, okay.
Yeah, I would. No doubt.
Right, okay. I don't know where I was going with this.
I'll get roasted with Charizard. That's fine.
So if we were...
Which is easy to say in imagination.
Let's do something funny.
Okay.
Aaron's trying to text me.
Oh, yeah?
Let's call him.
Call him up.
So we're going to do this on
Does he play recording. Pokemon?
Yeah.
So he'll have an opinion.
Okay, let's see. He might hang up on us. Okay. This is the first time doing it. You guys are getting this first take.
Hopefully Aaron picks up.
He will.
Make sure you put like the phone speaker close to the...
Yeah, it is. Hello? Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, you're on recording. What's up?
You got to put it closer
live
to the mic.
Okay, so do you mind if I do a real quick test stream?
Yes, that is fine.
Okay.
Okay, we got a question, because like I said, you're live on the air. You need to answer a question for us.
All right.
Who would win, Charizard or a Salamence?
Charizard or Salamence?
Yes.
Charizard has Thunder Punch.
Yeah, Charizard has Thunder Punch.
Okay, and then Salamence has... Salamence is one of the Pokemon I picked out for you, right?
Yes.
Oh! Wow, getting outside help.
I did.
You didn't even pick it.
Actually, I did.
I win.
Okay, hang on a second. Aaron,
I win.
verify.
I win.
No.
For sure.
He gave me an option out of...
6. or like something 6 or 8.
Holy
Six
cow.
or eight. 6 or 8 of them. He gave me an option out of them, and I picked the best ones.
There. I already told him.
So who do you think's going to win?
Salamence or Charizard?
Yeah, let's go with Charizard.
Oh,
Did
wow.
he say Charizard?
He said Charizard.
Yeah.
That's
You're
my
fired.
boy right there.
No.
Also, if you guys are listening, Aaron is also going to do some streams on Twitch too. So, yeah.
All right, go stream it up, Aaron.
All right, bye. That was great.
I got extra vote. Extra vote.
That backfired a lot.
I thought for sure he was going to pick Salamence because it's a newer generation. And if Salamence has got stats like that, man, I would have picked Salamence too.
Okay, let me ask
Holy
you this.
cow.
If we were in Pokemon and before I even you had any Pokemon, I saw anything, I just threw out a Salamence, what would you do?
Like, who would I throw out?
Or would you just turn and walk away? Like, nope. Like,
You know-
say it's maxed out stat and you see me right in on him, what would you do?
Well, do I have maxed out stat Pokemon?
you want.
Yeah, I'd battle.
How you gonna lose?
Yeah, right. I just won with Charizard.
Well, see, before you even have time to take out a Pokemon, I'm just gonna have Salamence grab you
And kill
give-
me.
No,
And
just-
kill me.
Just say give up.
You're a murderer.
No. I'm just saying,
You
just
are
need
a
to give up.
psychopath
I am.
person who's imagining me being murdered by a
That's-
giant dragon lizard.
Yes. No, I do what Toothless did. Is just pretend like I'm gonna drop you and like, do you give up yet? You're like, yes. Okay. Go get
No
him.
way. I got my Pokeballs right on the belt. I'm ready to go. Charizard's coming right now.
Okay.
Although it wouldn't be as much of a fight because I definitely did not have Charizard with Thunder Punch in my my regular repertoire. So,
Yeah.
although I did, I did do stuff with my Charizards when I've had them to like try to do type coverage.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I might have had one here or there that had Thunder Punch, but it wasn't like a staple, you know?
Yeah.
Because in the game, like, you don't need it. Because, like, if you've got a guy, like, your starter or one of your mains is, like, he's going to be way stronger than everybody else.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even matter, like, the type matchups. Like,
Yeah.
you just throw out your strongest fire type move and blast away whatever type advantage somebody else has.
Blastoise. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Exactly.
Now, see, I was
I
going to
used to
say
love
out of
doing that.
Blastoise, but see, I'm not real big on the Kanto starters.
Yeah.
I'm more Johto or Hoenn.
Yeah.
So that's more me.
Yeah.
Well-
the Johto and Hoenn region, there's some good stuff there, too. Good starters. Good
That
Pokemon.
really backfired. Of having Aaron. Okay, but granted, that was prime content. Just
Yeah, that's good.
see what I'm gonna start doing is if like my whatever family member's calling me for recording, I'm just gonna answer. Say you're on the air. Don't say anything stupid.
Yeah.
Just see what they say. That'll be kind of interesting.
Someone will say something stupid
Yeah.
just to spite you.
Just don't call my cousin.
Well, that was fun. That was more interesting than I thought. I was a little bit nervous. I was like, man, just with the Pokemon and 4 moves, like, it's hard to build much of an argument.
Yeah.
To be like, oh, yeah, for sure. Like, because, I mean, I honestly could just sit here and make an argument that Aegislash is going to beat a Tyranitar, and here's why. Like, I
Yeah.
can hypothetical and make something up and, like, oh, yeah.
Right.
Like, I'll never agree with you that Tyranitar is going to beat Aegislash.
Well, you
But
did.
I did, but I gave that up. Like, because there's some things that's like it's easy to see.
Yeah.
It's easier than I kind of was expecting to be
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, this is clear.
And like you said, it's kind of hard because we're just talking about it. It's not like we have
Yeah.
all the cards and stuff. And
yeah,
we're not doing
we
all
don't have our switches out. Like, all right, we talked about it. Let's be about it. You know?
Do you have Pokemon Brilliant Diamond or Shining Pearl?
No, I've got Sword and Blue version on my Pokemon Color or my
Yeah.
Game Boy Color.
I think I'm going to challenge Trent. Trent, if you're listening, I'm calling you out right now.
He's gonna bring his Groudon.
I had nothing to do with that. No, because
He's gonna sunny day solar beam you just right out of the atmosphere.
Oh no, I'm gonna do the same rules. No mythicals, no legendaries. My team is absolutely stacked on my Brilliant Diamond.
Oh really?
I have. I'll just say if I can remember off the top, man. Tyranitar, Torterra, Absol.
Is Absol good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Absol's really good, and it's just cool looking.
I never got one. I tend to avoid Pokemon that don't have
Yeah.
evolutions.
Right.
Just because that's like my favorite thing about Pokemon is that they evolve. So you got Absol.
Absol. I have Marshtomp, Blaziken. What's my F6? I don't know what my last one is. I have...
Ditto.
No, I don't have a Ditto.
I almost picked Ditto
I
as
figured
one of
that
mine.
would be cheesy.
Oh, I thought that
I
would
don't
have
know
been
what my
so
last one
funny.
is. I know I added something. Basically to say, my team is stacked.
Well, yeah, but I'm sure Trent's team is stacked too.
Nah, he can't beat me.
You don't know that.
I do.
Are you sure?
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
There's a question. All right.
Yeah.
Trent, that's it. The gauntlet has been thrown.
Uh-oh.
I hope you
And now he
listen
knows
to
my
this.
Pokemon, too.
Yeah.
Now I'm just going to go through and change them so he doesn't.
Now your team is not going to be stacked, and you're definitely going to
Oh, no,
lose.
it'll still be stacked.
Well, you have another stacked team?
Oh, yeah.
Just in your box, just doing nothing? Like, oh, just sitting over here.
Oh, yeah. I have other Pokemon for other teams and stuff. I just don't.
We'll see.
I have my team that I like.
We'll see.
Did I
We're going to have
add
to do
Psychic?
it.
I don't know what I added. Anyway, so as we're kind of wrapping it up, because I think it went relatively well
Yeah.
for having
that's
not
fine.
having any major plans about it and
Yeah.
stuff. So, kind of getting to the final. Any final thoughts as we start wrapping up that you want to add?
No.
No.
That's it. I've said all my thoughts.
Good.
Charizard wins.
No. Okay.
It kind of does, though.
We did. So next episode,
Yeah.
which I'm just telling you this for the first time,
Yeah.
is the Pokemon movie Darkrai.
Pokemon movie Darkrai.
It's Darkrai something. I
have
will
to
bring
write
you
that
the
down.
movie on Sunday. So I'll watch it Saturday.
All right.
And I'll get
Darkrai.
It's like, I forgot what the title, but it's basically about Darkrai, which is from Sinnoh.
Okay.
So, and we're going to talk about that.
What are we going to talk about it? What are you going to talk about? Just like the whole thing? What I thought?
Yeah.
The whole
like
thing?
thoughts on movies, kind of like favorite things that happen, funny parts and stuff like that.
Favorite things, funny parts.
And
Okay.
just kind of go off that. There'll be a lot to talk about.
Pokemon the movie Darkrai coming to you
So that's
2
next.
Saturdays from now.
No one really added any questions or stuff to add
Cool.
this time around. But make sure you guys follow the Discord. Like I said, there's a link tree below, whether you're watching this on YouTube, listening to Spotify, whatever. Join the Discord or send us an email at hazard4fans2@gmail.com. So it's hazard, the number 4, fans, the number 2@gmail.com. You can email us there and let us know maybe if there's something funny we said that you guys want us making a shirt so I can roast Jared. Not a bad idea.
Like Salamence got roasted.
Oh, okay, wow. Wow.
Got him.
And then, so that's going to be our next episode, though. And so make sure you guys show support. We also got a cool merch store. I need to get some shirts we can actually wear during the episode to start talking about it.
Yeah.
So I got to order those when I get paid.
I need to like bring my camera in or something. We videotape this too.
Yeah, we could.
Put on the YouTube.
It'll be a challenge. I'll figure it out. That'll be a thing we'll figure
You
out.
just put the camera up and turn it on and it records. That's how cameras work.
Really?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Just point the lens at whatever you wanted to record.
Okay, I'm turning that into a shirt very soon. Be ready for shirts coming in. Trying to get an animation going.
What are we doing? What's
I'm
the
going to some of
animation?
the audio from the bloopers from the podcast. And
So
so
you're
like
gonna
a
turn
stop
those-
animation.
Okay.
So it's not going to be like a full-on animation. It'll be like a stop, like, picture kind of thing.
Little stop
and I'll
motion.
send it to you to edit to kind of see if you can fit it into the phone screen size.
Yeah.
And I'll send you the dimensions, all that. So I need to work on that, getting my team together for that.
Cool.
Which would be cool. So yeah, that's really anything else. But yeah, so we'll be doing the next, and again, all the episodes will be recorded, posted. I think we said bi-weekly,
Yeah, bi-weekly.
but we record every once a week.
Yep.
So it's kind of just
We're getting
we
ahead of the
say
game.
next week, but we're going to see you the next episode because it's 2 weeks.
Next episode.
So next episode. So thank you again for coming. As you're pretty much a normal guest now.
I love being on the show.
Yeah, I enjoy
It's
having
fun.
you. Try to make as many jokes as possible and get enjoyment out of it.
Thanks for having me.
All right, that's awesome. Okay, so thank you for tuning in, and remember, it's okay to be hazardous. Just don't get caught doing it.